5 questions you must answer before trying to lose weight. This is part 5 of 5. So question number 5 is, what's your plan? So what will you do? Now, I've mentioned in part 4 regarding a strategy. So you have a strategy. So all of the things you take into account, and it's about how can I improve my life and lose the weight at the same time. So losing weight and getting healthy. So how do I do all of that at the same time? And you can do that. You just need a plan to do it. You need to have a plan. Let me talk about a plateau. For you, for those you do not understand what I mean. Okay, let me just show you on the screen here. So what usually happens is you start off like this. So your weight drops off like this. So over time, so let me just draw this properly actually. There's time. And here is how much you weigh. Now when you start, this is a starting point here. What happens is you usually lose quite a lot to start with. Yeah. And people notice this a lot. And then what happens is it evens off like this. And that's called a plateau. Yeah, so over time, what happens here is your body's got used to what you're doing. So usually that's why if you was in a gym, the gym instructor should be changing your plan every 6 to 8 weeks. I usually try and get it a bit sooner, maybe 4 weeks. So changing your plan for 2 reasons. One, you're going to get bored, and 2, you're going to get a plateau where your body gets used to what you're doing. And therefore, when you change it again, what happens is then you go down a little bit more again, and then you'll have another plateau because your body gets used to that. So that's more how it will work. Yeah, go down a bit, and then that's how it'll work. When you start off first, you could find your, for example, your strength doubling if it's your first time you've trained. You could in the first month. So you can really you'll find really good improvements straight away. People go, yeah, that's really good, I'm doing well. And then you'll have the plateau, and they don't understand the plateau, and that really gets them down and said, well, no, it doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work, it's just that your body's got used to it. So your body's actually improved. So it's actually working very well, and your body's actually got used to what you're doing. Now it's time to change it a bit. Maybe it's time to move some things up. Maybe your fitness has grown, so it's time to actually change that and move it along. So that's a plateau. You need a plan for that. You need a plan. You can plan. I mean, one of the things I'd just mentioned is like 4 weeks. Every 4 weeks, change what you're doing. Yep, change what you're doing. It's the same with the nutrition. You can't really have the same. I mean, food's slightly different, but you'll get bored of the foods if you're having too much of the same foods. But again, with foods, you're going to usually eat what you like. But you need to change what you're doing once in a while, or have something new, or create something, a new recipe, or a new smoothie, or try some smoothies if you're not trying them before. Just create something new once in a while. And then that's a way to lose the weight. Now, contingency plans, you always have to have contingency plans because life happens. Life happens. So there are always going to be troubles or things that are going to jolt you in your path. You're doing well, you're doing brilliantly, your plan's going perfectly, then you have a holiday, or then you pull a muscle, or then you're not very well, or then you get fired from a job, or things somehow happen, and therefore you stop for a couple of days. You need to have a plan for this, because this is what separates those who are going to be successful and those who are not. Because everyone can train for a period of time. Everyone can train 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, but the ones that are going to be there the following year training and doing the stuff and doing the eating are the ones that are actually planned this. They know when they're ill, okay, I'm going to have a few days off here, and then I'm going to take it lightly when I get back. Those who are injured, they're going to go, okay, right, I'm going to go and have a massage or physio or whatever. This is how I get back from that injury, and this is how I'm going to get back into this. Yeah, back from on holiday. Okay, on holiday I may have a swim. I'm going to change my exercising slightly, but I'm going to have fun on holiday. That's fine. When I come back, I'm going to take it easy when I come back, and then get back into it within the first 2 weeks, back to normal. You have to have these plans because life happens. Yeah, and it's everyone can train and everyone can do well and everyone can eat this and eat that. If you have a Big Mac meal or whatever, there's no need to go and like crazy and start saying, "Oh, I failed the plan" and whatever. No, you just keep going. You just have a contingency plan. Okay, cool, I did that. That's fine. That's life. Let's move on with it. Today I'm going to do this, or I'm going to have a smoothie, or I'm going to put an extra session in to make up for that food that I had at the weekend. Yep. Just have a contingency plan for all of it as much as you can, and therefore you will be more successful. Constant and never-ending improvement. So you've got to remember that this is like a lifestyle change now. If you want to lose, those who you go out and just want to lose weight for 4 weeks to fit into a dress, or to do it for a holiday, or to do it for whatever, that's fine in the short term. But if you want to stay that way, if you want to stay with the weight off, then you need to keep constantly and never an improvement. So it's just you just keep doing or keep maintaining what you're doing, keep changing it around, and then the other thing is as well, when you have your goals, which I'm going to talk about now, is that you change your goal adjustments. What I mean by that is your goal may be initially to lose weight. Yeah, it may be to lose weight. What you must think of about, because that's an away from goal, it's an away from, which means you want to get away from something. Yeah, in your head, that's what you're doing. You want to then turn around and focus on what you really want. Yeah, because there's other things you can do now. Once you got far enough away from it, this is what people usually do. Once they get far enough away from a problem or the pain, then they stop it. They stop doing all the things that got them away from there. And that's purely because people get comfortable. People are okay, so I'm far enough away from the pain now, let's stop what I'm doing. What you really want to do is, at that point, that's the perfect point where you turn around and go, right, let me go and do a challenge. Let me go and can I do a half marathon, or can I go and take part in this class, or can I do a 5k run for cancer, or can I let's do another, whatever challenge it is, or a different goal. You need something that you're going to focus on, that you can work towards, that's going to make you feel pleasure. So this is the first time that some of you may have done this. Instead of going away from weight loss, like you've lost the weight, but now it's time to go and focus on what you really want, that's going to cause you pleasure, what you've always really wanted to do. So it may be in a London Marathon, or it may be to go and do some trekking in another country. Whatever it is, you need something else, a different type of challenge now, to focus on something that's you really want to do, that's going to be pleasurable to you. Because once you get into that stage, once you exercising or eating and all of this stuff around health, once that's pleasure to you, then you're gonna be stuck in forever. That's your lifestyle change. Yeah, once you are enjoying it and you love it, then that's it. You'll be pretty much healthy for most of the rest of your life. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. And that's the stage you want to get to, because then you're not even worried about weight loss then. It's like, yeah, I want to get this challenge, I want to do this, I want to double this, or whatever it is you want to do. So once you get to that stage, you don't have to worry about weight loss anymore, because you're too worried about things or you're too involved in things, or too focused on things that cause you pleasure. And that's where you really want to be. Hopefully this has all been helpful, and thank you very much.